Hello and welcome to Head First Fishing. Appreciate you coming by the show today. We're here at St. Pete Fishing Outfitters. You can visit stpetefishingoutfitters.com. Check out all the really cool gear for all the really awesome fishing that's going on right now in Tampa Bay. And particularly, we got night fishing going off right now. It's early June. We got gag grouper just kicked in. Tarpon are all over the place. People are catching them down at Egmont Key, Bean Point, and Anna Maria, up and down the beaches. And night fishing is really heating up, especially for species like snook and tarpon. And recently I had a pretty good trip going out with some customers looking for snook and tarpon, and particularly the tarpon are showing up on dock lights. Captain Joe here with Head First Fishing Adventures. I got Dan Larson here. He's out here at St. Pete Beach with us. We've been night fishing. We caught some speckled trout, we caught some mangrove snapper, and then we pulled up on another light. And what did we find? We found a big tarpon, big old tarpon. I just so happened to have a couple of ladyfish in the well. I had a 6000 series spinning set up with a nice big leader on it, good circle hook. So I took the weight off of it, tied it back on, clipped the tail on the ladyfish, put it under a float by about 3 feet, and threw it in there and just let it drift right into this light by the dock. And the tarpon came out and couldn't resist it. That ladyfish was just snaking just like that and just nailed it. I felt the thump, let it eat for about, I don't know, 3-4 seconds, wound down on it, and it went ballistic. Game on. Trying to get it away from the dock. Thank God it went away from the dock because it was this close, but it went the right direction. Thankfully, it was dancing by the seawall, literally dancing by the seawall on top of the water. Once I got it away, I handed it off this man. He did an excellent job fighting it. I coached him a little bit, but he listened and did a great job. Fought it to the boat. We had a jump next to the boat, and just incredible experience.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Time of my life.
He originally called me wanting to fish for tarpon, and we hadn't had that many requests for tarpon. Tarpon fishing had been a little bit tough, so we opted to go grouper fishing yesterday and smack the grouper, and we wanted to get out again, so we went out tonight night fishing. And you know, the fishing gods smiled upon us. There was a tarpon waiting for us, willing to eat, and got the job done. So, good job, sir.
Thank you, Captain Joe.
All right. Night fishing for species like snook and tarpon is really great this time of year. As the water temperature rises, a lot of these fishes get more active at night. I think snook are definitely more active in the middle of the summer at night. You may get a little bit relief with the temperature, definitely in the air and in the water to a degree at nighttime. I think with the heat and the intense sunlight of midsummer, when you're having the most direct sunlight, I think a lot of those fish tend to kind of shy away. They still catch plenty of fish in the daytime, but things can really get fired up at night in the middle of the summer, particularly if you had a good tide. We waited all day the other day for a really good tide, and that came after the sun went down. There was plenty of activity. There was trout popping, snook popping, there were shrimp jumping out of the water, tarpon. We're definitely hungry. I mean, I had to throw one time on this fish and it just annihilated this ladyfish. I think that's my new favorite tarpon bait. But if you're thinking about what to do this time of year, definitely think about getting out at night. My personal strategy is to cover as much ground as I can until I find a really active light. There's certainly a lot to be said for fishing lights that have a couple of fish on them, or maybe they don't have a bunch of fish. You can work them anyway and you can pull out some nice fish. But my general strategy to keep things interesting, especially if I have other people on board, is just to get on the trolling motor and cover a bunch of water and look for those lights that have a lot of activity on them. And that keeps it interesting and fun for everybody. You know, if I'm just going solo, I may put in some more time, but I think night fishing, you know, if you got a couple hours, look for where that feeding activity is going on. Prepared. Pick a really good tide at night in the middle of the summer, especially if the fishing has been really crap during the day. Definitely switch your tactics to at night. Snook feed hard at night. They're a semi-nocturnal species. Tarpon definitely will get fired up and get isolated up under some of these bridge lights. They can really get concentrated there and reliably. Give this type of fishing a shot, and I guarantee if you put your time in, you're going to see a lot of fish and you're going to catch more fish. Until next time, this is Captain Joe, and I'll see you later.